kick Candy. What a move. Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it in at 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the All Pro Broadcast Network this Friday evening. We got an exciting race event for you this evening in the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Racing Series. This is their championship race here at the Milwaukee Mile. A lot of laps to cover tonight, a lot of cars to cover as well. We'll get to all that and more. But first, we want to thank our sponsors tonight. We got John Hedrick, Over the Top Designs and Paints. He is the guy, he is Mr. Loose Lug Nuts himself. Heads up this race series as well as sponsors other races on the All Pro Broadcast Network. And he is Over the Top Designs and Paints. We always mention, find him on Facebook and on iRacing. He's got a lot of good things that he can bring. A lot of good paint schemes that he's got out there and a lot more. But it is Over the Top Designs and Paints. Check him out on Facebook. One more time, Over the Top Designs and Paints. Few other sponsors we got tonight is Apache Graphics and Race Designs, a familiar sponsor here in the All Pro Broadcast Network. Apache Graphics Race Designs designs our website. You can find our website, www.all-pro-racing.com. And also want to give a shout out to Michelangelo's Painting. If you are in the Mesa, Arizona region looking for some painting, check out Michelangelo's Painting. But I am Dustin Caldwell, and tonight we have Michael D'Amico on cameras and a lot of good racing action coming up. And right now, the races are getting set to qualify, posting some qualifying times tonight. The one major car you want to watch this evening is the 000 of David Washington coming in leading the point series. We'll have to find out the race results once the race settles and we get through the laps tonight. But it will be David Washington defending his series title here tonight. And as we take a look at some of the track conditions, it is partly cloudy on the track, 65 degrees out, puts the track temperature at about 76 degrees down there. When you get on these short tracks and a little bit warmer temperatures, provides some good racing action with some slick conditions. We'll probably have a few cautions here tonight. When the cautions, if and when the cautions do appear, you will be seeing a pace car, that Mustang iRacing pace car, come out, pacing these guys around the track for a few laps at about 55 miles an hour. Pit speed this evening will be 45 miles an hour when these guys have to dip into the pits, and keep an eye on that. This track has a tricky pit angle, almost like Dover, where these drivers are going to have to maneuver around some yellow barrels to get into the pits. We'll have to see how that plays out here this evening, if it brings any more cautions out when they're trying to pit under a green flag. The amount of laps that we have tonight is 60 laps in this race, so 60 laps, running at about 50% fuel, definitely will bring some pitting action. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we progress to about the halfway point and seeing where these guys are in these late model cars. So let's go ahead and look live now here to a little bit of the qualifying action coming at you. Looks like the 32 of Ryan Borges is posting your pull time at 31.244. David Washington in that 000 right behind him at 31.631. In third, you got the 38 of Corey Wharton posting his qualifying time of 31.713. And not too far behind him is that 8 car of Eric Amo posting his qualifying time of 31.725. And rounding out the top 5 so far, you have the 22 of TJ Graves, his qualifying time 31.788. But we're about ready to get set here. We got about a minute, remaining in qualifying time. So anything can happen. The poll could change around a little bit. So we will look to get that for you here. But we want to thank you again for tuning in here to the All Pro Broadcast Network on this Friday night for the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Series Championship race. And as we take a look, not much change in action tonight. Looks like we're going to be filling out the field with about 14 cars in this championship series race. So have to see how this plays out. The 60 laps sounds like a lot, but in a short track, definitely is not that much. And position's definitely going to play a part tonight in getting some points, accumulating the win, and see if David Washington and that 000 can hold off the rest of the field to secure the victory in this series. And about 10 seconds before the qualifying finishes up, and we will be set to grid, and we will be getting you the lineup here in just a few moments. Stay tuned, folks. Race control right now is briefing the racers before the race, so we will one moment here while the racers are making their way to the grid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the cars have made their way to the grid, and we will be getting you the rundown here of where we're at. As we take a look, your pole setter tonight for this championship race here in Milwaukee, the 32 of Ryan Borges. His qualifying time, 31.244 in that peak car. To his outside, the defending series champion right now on that monster Toyota Camry, of the 000 of David Washington, posting his qualifying time of 31.631. In the inside of the second row, you got the 38 car of that Iris tow power car of Corey Wharton, posting his qualifying time of 31.713. In fourth position to his outside, you have Eric Amo with that Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places, posting his qualifying time of 31.725. And then looking back into the next row, you get the 22 of TJ Graves, posting a qualifying time of 31.788 in that double clutch car. To his outside, 64 School Bandit car of Jeffrey Wood with his qualifying time of 31.911. As we take a look here, we got the 67 in that Bud King of All Beers car, John Muschin Jr., posting his qualifying time of 32.111. To his outside, you got an excellent driver, Mr. Roscoe Crittenden, in that 01 orange and black General Lee inspired car. And as we take a look at the next row, we got Nathan Hurlburt in that 99 car in that Chevy Monte Carlo SS. To his outside will be John Hedrick, that's Loose Lug Nuts himself, in the paint shop scheme car. That's his car. Folks, take a nice look at it. and that's the third. He's running 13th position in that number 5 car. We have a few cars here on the end of the lap to mention. Greg Webb, we got James Ross, Kyle Ely, and Billy Wise. But it will be Ryan Burgess, David Washington taking us to the green flag here on this 60-lap championship race. Green flag is out, and here we go. Ryan Burgess, David Washington already out to the front. And as they head into turn 1 of this 60-lap race, there they go. The 000 trying to take that outside line to make it work, but the 32 says no way, he got the lower groove. And look at him go. He's out to a sizable lead now, about 3 car lengths over that 000. Folks, David Washington is the guy to watch tonight. He's the one begging for that championship. He's got to make some moves, fight them all off. But he's got 60 laps to do it. As they cross the start-finish line, it'll be 59. Top 5 as it stands right now from the first lap as they cross that start-finish line. Ryan Burgess, David Washington, not really changing much. Corey Wharton, TJ Graves, Eric Amo are your top 5 here tonight. We want to thank you for tuning in here to the All Pro Broadcast Network. This is the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Series Championship Race at the Milwaukee Mile. And right now, Eric Borges in that Peak Antifreeze car, number 32, leading them around here in the second lap of this 60-lap race. Crosses the start-finish line, and look at him go down that straightaway. Sizable lead over that 000. And as we take a look back here, right behind David Washington, we have a little bit of a move here with TJ Graves, able to come up over Corey Wharton and to assume that third place position. And look at the side-by-side with the 38 and the 8. Eric Amo now trying to move up past Corey Wharton as they head into turn 3. And it looks like he's going to do it when he gets back to the straightaway. And now he will move into the 4th place slot. Eric Amo now drops to 5th. As we take a look back at John Muschin Jr., the 64, I believe. Yeah, that's Jeffrey Wood, folks. Jeffrey Wood in that school car moving up on the 67 of John Muschin Jr. And we have our first caution this evening. First caution out. And it may have been Roscoe Crittenden getting a little bit of quarter panel action from the 7 car of Kyle Ely, Kyle Ely getting into him, getting him a little bit loose. No harm, no foul. Looks like no damage really is there, but we are cautioning here on the 4th lap of this 60-lap race. I don't know if we'll see some pit action going on tonight right now, this early on in the race, but it looks like everything's okay. We're going to see if we can get Mr. Crittenden on the line here. Roscoe Crittenden, this is Dustin Colville in the booth. Are you there, buddy?
Gotcha, Dustin.
Well, you got a little bit of quarter panel action from Kyle Ely there. Got a little bit loose. Any damage, you think?
Yeah, I think I got a little damage. Might as well change the tires. I'm riding back here in the back anyway. It's a good time for that.
Yeah, early on in the race, you're able to make these kind of adjustments and get back out there. But how do you feel overall? How does the car feel when coming out of qualification? Do you feel like you got it dialed in pretty good?
No, I'm a little on the loose side, so this is a good time for me.
Well, as we see now, looks like the leader is going to pit. David Washington right there behind him. So good move, smart move to make a pit early on in this race. So best of luck to you in the rest of the race, Roscoe.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that was Roscoe Crittenden there in that number 101 car, I believe it was. Yeah, because we have a 1 car out tonight of Billy Wise. I'm getting these names all mixed up. I apologize there. But looks like people are taking some tires here. Short track play, and you got a lot of action, a lot of grip action you definitely need to get from these cars. The late model cars can tend to get a little bit loose, so that's why you're seeing some of these guys take tires early on to try to get that out of the way to compromise for fuel when the laps progress through this race. So as we are cautioning, as always, we'd like to take a time to give a shout out to our sponsors here tonight. Loose Lug Nuts, as always, they are putting on the race. That's John Hedrick, Over the Top Designs and Paints, is the sponsor for this race. This is his racing series, late model cars. Apache Graphics and Race Designs, it's Ed Whittington. The guy does an excellent job and puts together some paint schemes as well, and also designs the All Pro website. If you're interested in anything we do with the All Pro League, this is another league, by the way. I just want to mention that if I haven't already. But the All Pro League, check us out on our website, www.all-pro-racing.com. We are 7 laps into this 60-lap race right now, and it looks like Nathan Hurlburt, in that 99 is your race leader, with David Washington still maintaining that second position as they make their way down the backstretch. And as we take a look at the Mustang pace car, the lights are still on it, so it looks like we have at least one more lap to go. Everybody, as you heard from Roscoe Crittenden, dipping into the pits, trying to get some tires early onto this race, because anything can happen as we progress. More cautions could find their way out on the field, if you will. But that pizza towing there, Nathan Hurlburt, and that 99 car will be taking us back green. David Washington, I believe, will be on the outside. John Mustian Jr. in that 67, he will be in the second row with Ryan Borges, your pole sitter tonight, in the 4th position. So as they come down the front stretch here, we'll see race control get all the positioning worked out, and the lights come off to that Mustang iRacing pace car, and guys trying to warm up those tires, a little bit of weaving action, keeping those tires warm, getting ready for a restart. Nathan Hurlburt will be the guy bringing us back green. David Washington is outside. John Mustaine Jr. on the inside. Ryan Borges is outside. TJ Graves, Jeffrey Wood, John Ross, and Greg Webb will round out your top 8 as we head back to green on lap number 9 of the 60-lap race here in the Late Model Championship Series race at Milwaukee Mile. And they're making their way down the backstretch now, getting ready to green, and you can see David Washington revving on that engine. He's ready to go, fighting for that win here in this League Series race championship. The race leader brings the green flag out, but it is off the race leader. And I still see a pace car out there. There it goes. It dips in. Here we go, folks. Lap number 9, and they're off. And David Washington right there with Nathan Hurlburt into that first turn. And here he comes around him. He gets ahead of him. Here comes the 32 of Borges. Borges trying to get around Hurlburt. Not able to do that as they head out of turn 2. That 99 edging out the 32. And right now the 000 of David Washington right there with them. And a little bit of close action as the 32 may have spun out. He come down on that 99. But I think he's able to save it. Didn't actually get into the wall, so that's good. Look out a little bit loose, though, heading into that turn 3, heading into turn 4. And as we take a look now, the 99 falling off behind the 000. The 000 out to about a 7-car lead over the 99. And here comes out of the 67, the 22 of TJ Graves moving on the inside corner into turn 3 around the 67 of John Mustian Jr., able to secure that 3rd place slot. And Mustian Jr. is not going to let him go quietly as they head down the front stretch. Here he comes on the lower groove. Watch into turn 1 for that 67 to go around the 22. Get back that 3rd spot. And what a battle it is for 3rd spot right now. And a bump. Oh, I don't think TJ liked that too well. He definitely let that 67 of Mustian Jr. know that he wanted that 3rd place slot. So he's going to try to battle back. And into turn 3 now, he comes to the lower groove, trying to make it work. And you see the 67 go a little bit high. I think he got a little shaken up from that bump from the 22, so he falls back into 4th. And here comes, I believe, the 14 of James Ross now underneath the 67. Everybody's moving to that lower groove. He's falling back a few extra slots now. And right now, as we look up to the 1st position, David Washington still your race leader here on lap 12. He's way out there, almost a few turns ahead of everybody. And this is why this guy is leading this series. The guy is putting on a clinic tonight for short track racing with late model cars. Now TJ Graves able to move up around Nathan Hurlburt for that 2nd place slide, and he's on the run now, chasing down that 000. He's got about a 3-car length lead over that 99 as they head into the backstretch. A few other guys to take a look at some battles going on back here for 7th and 8th position. That 64 of Jeffrey Wood holding off Roscoe Crittenden. Roscoe Crittenden, involved in that first caution, has fallen back. He qualified 8th, and he is currently sitting in 8th, amazingly. So no move out of him, but Eric Moe trying to work him on the lower side as they head down the front stretch, and he will do so. He moves into the 8th slot, Crittenden back in 9th. It doesn't look like the outer groove is working too much here tonight, folks. So in these turns and these short tracks, the lower grooves where you want to be to get some positioning, and definitely the high side is working for the straightaways. As we take a look back up here, David Washington at a commanding lead out of everybody right now into lap 15. He's just sitting here cruise control right now, wanting to secure his victory here in this Luke Slugnuts Championship Series race. And as we take a look, Ryan Borges, I believe, has gone a lap down now. May have gotten some pitting going on, so he'll have to battle to try to get the lucky dog in case any cautions aspire. And you see this, folks. People do go a lap down in any type of racing scenario. And the lucky dog, if they get up enough, are able to wave around in the next caution, get back on the lead lap. And if they are back on the lead lap, they will have to take what they call an EOL, or end of line, on the lead lap. So Borges definitely moving around now off of Kevin, or I believe he just moved. He's moving up right now, looking Kyle Ely's bumper. He wants to definitely get up there to be able to get that lucky dog. But on the other side of the track, your race leader, the 000, crosses the start-finish line of lap 17, and he's already moving his way into lap traffic now as he comes into turn 2, out of turn 2, in towards the backstretch, chasing down the cars. He starts his lapping, and this happens. This is some symptoms that you do see at short tracks, folks. David Washington now moves into lap traffic over the 7 of Kyle Ely. So Kyle Ely now goes a lap down. So Borges and Ely will be battling if a caution comes out for the lucky dog. And it looks like Ely right now will have the opportunity to get the wave around. But we see the 22 of TJ Graves right there behind Ely. He's about 6 car lengths back. He's chasing down that 000. But it looks like David Washington has the car dialed in the best. He's got the best car here tonight. He was your fast man, your fast qualifier. And as we just seen there, somebody came off the wall, and it was the 7 of Kyle Ely. So TJ Graves, is able to capitalize off that. And they get a little bit of bump action there right by the straight start-finish line. Apologize here, folks. Get a little bit of bejarbled on my words here. But TJ Graves is able to get around him there. TJ Graves now moving up around turn 1. And David Washington moving down the back stretch. Folks, he's out to a way commanding lead, almost a quarter lap ahead of everybody, as he heads into turn 3 here on lap 20. TJ Graves now running him down. He's not too far back. As we see David Washington cross the start-finish line, TJ Graves just a few seconds off of him, trying to make ground as these laps progress. And there's our second caution of the night. Looks like it may have been John Mushton Jr. in that 67 car getting down into the 64, the Skull Bandit car. But I believe if we take a look, it may have been reactionary, because I think Kyle Ely was stopped down below on the bottom of the track, so that probably caused the distraction. As we look, Kyle Ely was down there on the wall, and it looks like the 67 of John Mushton Jr. tried to get around the 64. 64 of Jeffrey Wood got into the side of him, and that's going to bring out our second caution here this evening. We're going to take a quick commercial break, folks. Get a word of shout out from our sponsors. We'll be back after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in here to the All Pro Broadcast Network for this late model Loose Lug Nuts Championship Series race here at the Milwaukee Mile. We're in about lap 25 of this 60-lap race here with David Washington in that 000, your points leader coming into tonight's race, trying to hold off everybody, putting on a clinic, but unfortunately the second caution come out caused by Ryan Ely, who is still a lap down, but looks like the 32 of Borges was able to get the lucky dog, and he will get back on the lead lap as they make their way down the backstretch. Give you the top 5 rundown here on lap 25. The 000 of David Washington in that Monster Energy car, that Toyota car, is your race leader, followed by the 22 of TJ Graves in that Team Loud Pedal Chevrolet. In third position, you have the 14 of James Ross there in that PowerTech Power Solutions LLC car, number 14. Is outside, you got the 67 of John Mushton Jr. Grab Some Buzz, that Budweiser King of Beers car, number 67. Corey Wharton rounds out your top 5 in the 38, and that draw tight. David Washington, TJ Graves set to take us back green here on lap 26. And as they make their way down the front stretch, you can see that 000 edging out the 22. Will he get him in the first turn? Yes, he does. Oh, but look too fast. He got a little bit loose, and the 22 is able to capitalize off that. Here they come out of turn 2 now. Battle for first place here on lap 26. They're making their way. TJ Graves going to try to take him on the inside as they head into turn 3. But David Washington closes the door on TJ. And as they come out of turn 4 now, they're able to come around. 000 holding them off. But look at the 22. He wants that bottom groove on the 000 to be able to assume the race lead. And here they come. 000 once again closing the door on the 22. As we take a look back into third position, James Ross right there, right behind TJ Graves, about a car length back. So these guys are running away with it. And that 38 of Corey Wharton, he's not too far back now, gaining some ground, about 4 car lengths back off of the bumper of James Ross. So here they come around, and it looks like the 22 is able to get up there on the 000. We'll have to see how this plays as they head into turn 1, crossing the start-finish line. TJ Graves leading the race now over the 000. David Washington falls behind and now is riding the bumper of that 22 as they make their way out of turn 2 into the backstretch. And TJ Graves now takes over on lap 28 as your race leader. And David Washington must not be too happy with that. He wants to win here tonight, folks, and assume championship and become the champion of the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Series race here this evening. And look, as we look now, as TJ runs away with it, the 14 of James Ross climbing onto the bumper of the 000 now as they head into turn 1. He's just a few back off, and right there is Corey Wharton, not too far back as well. So in your top 4, these guys are pulling away from the rest of the pack. Ryan Borges now back on the lead lap, and look at this guy go. He came back. He was involved in caution that he pitted, fell back a lap, got the waiver out of the last caution, and has now climbed his way back up to number 5. It's almost like a Kyle Busch move you're seeing out of this guy in this peak car, number 32. He's definitely trying to climb the bumper of 38 as they head out of turn 2 into the backstretch. And give that guy a run. He'll a few more laps, and he might be up there with your race leaders here tonight. Taking a look back in some of the pack action that we have here, right behind Roscoe Crittenden in the battle for 10th spot. Looks like Greg Webb was moving right around. Greg Webb running that 54 monster car. He just passed John Hedrick there, that 99. Or, excuse me, Nathan Hurlburt. I apologize, folks. Nathan Hurlburt, he got around him there. And look at the number 8 now. The number 8 of Eric Amo trying to take Roscoe Crittenden, that 01 orange car, as they head into turn 3. And right there's Greg Webb with them, almost making it 3 wide. He had to back off, check up a little bit, so he's able to get that boat. Good close battle there between the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th position cars. As they head down the front stretch, you can see the 8 and the 54 battling it out into turn 1. As we come back up here to your race leader now, TJ Graves on lap 32 is taking it away from the 000. He heads into turn 3 about 5 car lengths ahead of the 000. And look at the battle right there for 3rd and 4th and 5th. Looks like James Rose trying to hold off Corey Wharton and Ryan Borges able to do so as they come down the front stretch. That's number 14. Got to close that door on that lower groove. That's where these guys want to be tonight. That's what's working in these turns. Who commands the lower groove? But don't look now. Here comes the 32. Right on the bumper of the 38. Ryan Borges is going to try to take him here into turn 3. Will he do it? He comes to the lower groove with the 38. Oh, he slows up. So yes, Ryan Borges, 1 lap down. Oh, and there goes that TJ. Did TJ go into the grass? No. Somebody was in the grass there. It may have been a lap car. I'm not sure, folks. We'll have to get that from our race control. I believe that was Nathan Hurlburt. That number 99 car may have gotten loose out of turn 3, turn 4, and caused some action to go down, but it looks like he was trying to pit and got stuck on the pit wall. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning of the race here at Milwaukee, folks. It kind of has like a Dover feel. If you do watch the NASCAR series, they always talk about at Dover. They call it the Monster Mile, and there's a reason for that, because getting into the pits is just tough as can be. And here at Milwaukee, it's about the same, and that's what happened to Nathan Hurlburt. He was coming down, got stuck in the pit wall. Unfortunate for him. But as we take a look at TJ Graves, got a little bit high there out of turn 3, turn 4, going to get some terrain covered from the 0 and the 32. 32, Ryan Borges tonight. Man, what a move. This guy, got to commend him. 1 lap down not too long ago, and now is battling for second over David Washington, and does so into turn 1 on lap 36. So we're past the halfway point here tonight, folks. Some of these guys might be starting to pit soon. They were able to pit early on into the race. About lap 4 of the race became our first caution. Everybody took a couple of tires. As we see now, Borges moving into lap traffic. There's the 7 of Kyle Ely. Everybody coming around on him. Kyle Ely currently 3 laps down, and they have to split 3 wide down the front stretch. The 38 and the 000 now go around him. Kyle Ely letting them go through. And he looks like he's getting a little loose heading into turn 1. Is he going to go up into the wall? He spins, and comes down. So that may draw a caution here, folks, on lap 37, and it does. Kyle Ely gets a little bit loose on that first turn into turn 1, turn 2. And that draws our 3rd caution of the night. Doesn't look like any damage to anybody, just a little bit of loose here at Milwaukee. So as we take a look at all this, we're going to pull Ryan Borges into the booth here and get him on the line. This guy has definitely been doing a lot tonight. Ryan Borges, this is Dustin Caldwell in the booth. Are you there, bud? Ryan Borges. Looking for Ryan Borges. Ryan Borges, this is Dustin Caldwell in the booth. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I've got you guys.
What a move you're putting on. I almost compared you to Kyle Busch, being a lap down and coming all the way back through this field tonight, getting your battling for first position. Now, pivotal caution for you, because you got through the field, you fought hard back through the field, got up close to the front, and now TJ doesn't have the real estate advantage he had heading into the 37th lap. How do you feel about where you sit now?
I'm excited here. TJ and I worked together on the setup for this race, so he's got pretty much a similar car to me, so it's definitely going to be a good battle between us. But it was definitely tough getting up through that field again, but I felt like the car was good enough to make it through easily. Just had to avoid contact like I did in the first stint in that race, which put me a lap down. Luckily, we had that fast repair, so I guess I still got a shot here, but anything can happen.
Yeah, and as we see now here on lap 39, you are in the pits taking 4 tires. Is that going to be a good pit strategy here for you? The car you feel still going to be pretty good? A little bit of battle there with the 38 as you guys head out of pit row. Anything you were talking with your crew chief, anything you need to work on, or does the car just feel that dialed in?
Oh, it feels okay. It's just it's fast, but I mean, it's still just pushes really bad. It's not turning that great, but I guess that's just the nature of the track. It seems like everyone's kind of fighting that, so we just gotta battle through it, just save the tires a little bit, and just I don't know, head to the front again. I definitely wanted to take 4. It seems like every time I've been doing that, the car's been good, and I don't want to take 2 and jinx that, so I just went for it, and I know with that past run I can definitely get through the field quick, so I just stuck with that, and hopefully nothing will happen here, and I'll have a good battle for the win.
Yeah, you got 20 laps to go here tonight, buddy. Anybody you want to give a shout out to while we got you on the line?
Like I said, TJ and I, we work together a lot. He actually asked me to come do this race because he's in a points battle with David, and he needed me to help him with the setup, and we need to find a good setup to work on with the car and get him fast, but also give some competition to David. So thank you to TJ for asking me to come do this race. It's been fun so far, and thank you guys at All Pro for broadcasting.
Not a problem, buddy. Well, you got 20 laps to make it happen. Good luck to you the rest of this race, Ryan.
Thank you.
All right, that's Ryan Borges, number 32, moving through the field. Let's go to his buddy, TJ, the number 22 car. This guy currently was battling, but it looks like he's going to be behind Greg Webb as we go back to green. TJ Graves, this is Dustin Caldwell in the booth. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Real quick here, I know the lights just came off that pace car. Anything we should watch out for here in the later half of this race?
Not too much. The outside lane is not the preferred lane here. I have 2 tires, so I'm probably going to be a deadly weapon, just blocking and holding my line. So my Mr. Excitement style shall be quite interesting.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you here. You got less than 20 laps to go battling with David Washington. Best of luck to you the remainder of this race.
Thank you. You guys stay safe up there.
All righty, buddy. All right, folks, as they head down the back stretch, you got the 54 of Greg Webb and that Monster Energy Kyle Busch car going to be setting the pace as they head back to green into lap 42. TJ Graves, number 22, battling with the 000 of David Washington, who is right behind him in third on that inside groove, may provide a good advantage. It all depends on how Greg sets the pace as they come down the front stretch. You're going to be seeing that Mustang iRacing pace car dip into the pits, and here we go, folks. Lap 41, about the last lap 42, and there goes the 22 right in front of Greg Webb to take the lead, and wow, does he go away with it. Green flag is out. Greg Webb now is holding off everybody in the third position. The 67 of John Muschin Jr. on the outside of the 54. He's going to move up. Looks like he might be trying to take over Greg Webb here into turn 3. Not able to do so. Greg Webb holding him off. Looks like he's going to get a little bit loose. And here comes the 000, making it 3 wide, heading into turn 4, out into the front straightaway. Greg Webb moves up. The 000 going to try to take him on low group. And here comes the next caution of this race. Lap 43. The caution comes out, folks. We'll have to see who caused it. And as we take a look, see what drew this caution out. So as they came around, it looks like, I think maybe out of the, just getting the update here from Race Control, I think Greg Webb may have clipped the 67 there of John Muschin Jr. into turn 4 when we almost had 3 wide there coming in the front. So as we take a look here, Greg Webb coming down the straight. Yeah, and he did get the 67 a little bit loose. 67 smacks in, and I believe that was Borges that got involved in that. Tough break, folks. This is pivotal here in lap 43 of this race. So yeah, the Greg Webb, the 54 car, battling and holding off the 000 and the 67. Looks like he came up out of turn 4, got into the 67, and that just caused a heck of a wreck behind him. And I believe 32 of Ryan Borges was involved in that. And as we talked with him earlier, he had a what they call a quick repair, so they're able to dip into the pits and get a full repair, quick refresh if you're not familiar with iRacing terms, and to get back out onto the track without having to endure an accumulated repair time. So I think that may do it for Ryan Borges. I'm not sure. We'll have to see here as Race Control updates everything. But TJ Graves able to get ahead of Greg Webb prior to this caution coming out. And he is, as mentioned, in a points battle with David Washington for first place. So I don't know how far off it is per se. I haven't been given the sheet, so I do apologize on that. I can't tell you exactly how close it is because we are hosting this for Loose Lug Nuts Race Series. This is their championship race here at Milwaukee. And we'll see if we're going to see if we can get David Washington on the line here and get a little bit of his thoughts on this race and how it's progressing. It's definitely been a heck of a battle for him, and he's definitely he's hungry for the win here tonight at Milwaukee to claim the championship crown for this race series. So we're going to try to get David Washington on the line here.
David Washington, this is Dustin Caldwell in the booth. Are you there, buddy?
I got you.
Heck of a race it's been so far for you. I know a little bit with Greg Webb there coming into the restart. Any thoughts on where you stand in this race tonight?
My goal coming into this race was just stay next to TJ. That's it. I didn't care who won it or what. I just wanted to be by him.
I know you guys are battling here, I believe, for first, so close battle here, and you guys being 1 and 3. Any good strategies that you're going to work on to try to get back up into the front?
I have to be patient. Hope it goes green. I got some tires now.
All right, best of luck to you in the race.
Thanks.
All right, folks, we're about ready to go green here. TJ Graves, Greg Webb taking us back green here on lap 47 of this 60-lap race. And already TJ moves out to a commanding lead over Greg Webb and the rest of the field. He's about a 2-car length ahead of that 000 now, moved across to Greg Webb. I apologize. So David Washington just letting you guys know that he wanted to be right there by TJ, and he does so. And here comes the 38 now, Roscoe Crittenden. Wow, what a move through. And it looks like Greg Webb's going to fall back, folks. 38 now moving into that third place slot over the 01 as they come down the front stretch. And look at the battle up front for the lead. The 0, the 22, and the 22 gets a little bit loose. I think the 000 may have tagged him a little bit. Lets him know he wants to be beside him. It's going to come down to the wire here, folks, between these two cars. TJ Graves in that 22 trying to hold off David Washington in that 000 as they head into turn 3 coming out of turn 4. And as we take a look back just a little bit here between Roscoe Crittenden now, looks like Eric Amo and Greg Webb are going to try to take him on the lower groove and move up a couple positions and try to secure that 4th, 5th slot, and does so as they head into turn 1. 54 of Greg Webb now trying to just shake off that 01, and he does as he makes his way out of turn 2 into the backstretch. But as we take a look up front, side by side, the 22 and the 000 heading into turn 3, they space out a little bit, but look at this. David Washington going to lose a little bit of real estate in turn 4, and TJ Graves just trying to hold him off here, coming across that start-finish line with the 10 laps to go mark of this race. We got 10 laps to go of this race, folks. Just want to give a quick shout-out to our sponsors, Loose Lug Nuts, for putting on this series. That's John Hedrick, Over the Top Designs and Paints. Check him out on Facebook. He's a great guy. He got a lot of good paint schemes. Look, check out Loose Lug Nuts or John Hedrick or Over the Top Designs and Paints on Trading Paints if you want an excellent paint scheme. Also want to give a shout out to Apache Graphics and Race Designs. They put on a good schemes as well, and design our website. Our website, folks, www.all-pro-racing.com. We're in lap 59 with 9 laps to go here at the Milwaukee Mile for the concluding championship race for the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Series. And right now, what a battle we got up front with the 22 of TJ Graves holding off the 000 of David Washington, but Corey Wharton in that 38 knocking at the door of the 000. He wants to get in on it, and he's just losing some real estate as they head through the turns, but he's regaining it in the straightaways, so we'll have to see how this plays out with the 8-lap mark now as they cross the start-finish line to go. Up front, right now, the 22 and the 000 coming around out of lap 2, excuse me, as they make their way into the backstretch. And it looks like David Washington is just in cruise mode. We'll have to see what he does here with a few laps to go. I'm sure he's got a trick or two up his sleeve he's going to try to pull on TJ to try to gain that victory in the last few laps. Or what? You got the 38 there of Corey Wharton It's creeping up on him as they cross the start-finish line. Let's see if he takes the low groove. And he's not able to capitalize on that. I would have expected the 38 to kind of go low and maybe edge out the 000. Was not able to do so. But as they come around again here to the backstretch on lap 53, 22 of TJ Graves leading the 000 now. Here they come into turn 3, and the 38 catches up now. Look at everybody coming close. One small mistake, and it could spell disaster for the champions of the race. These cars getting a little bit looser as they lose some grip on the tires. And now you see the 000 go low. There it is. There it is, folks. That's what I was talking about. David Washington in that 000, trick up his sleeve, and look at that move he made across the start-finish line into lap 54. They got 6 laps to go, and now the 22 is going to fall back. David Washington in that 000 is going to take the lead, and Corey Wharton unaffected in the 3rd place position. TJ doesn't look too happy about it. You can tell by his driving, folks. He's going to definitely want to try to come back and get him, but it looks like David Washington's going to run away with it here with the 5 lap to go mark given out by Race Control. 5 laps here at the Milwaukee Mile Late Model Championship race. This is the Loose Lug Nuts race series that you're watching here this evening. We want to thank you for tuning in here to the All Pro Broadcast Network, folks. I'm Dustin Caldwell. On cameras, you got Michael D'Amico. What a race this is. You want to see some good racing action and championship races, and you're getting it definitely here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. And they're coming around now. Lap 55, about to be lap 56. The 000 out to a commanding lead over the 22. Looks like TJ's now battling with the 38. Corey Wharton, he gets loose, goes into the wall at the start-finish line, but I think the 38 may have blown an engine. I'm not sure. I saw a pop. Corey Wharton's going to blow an engine. So just like that, positions 2 and 3 now given out. And it looks like Erica Moe is going to capitalize on that, move up into 2nd place. And here comes Borges, I believe. And Roscoe Crittenden now. 22 trying to give the signal to pit. And is he going to be able to make it into the pits? Here comes the caution. Lap 56, folks. Lap 56. And I'm not sure what drew this caution out. Looks like that when TJ Graves may have drawn that caution out. They saw he had some damage and was still out on the track, not able to get in the pit, so they're going to throw out the yellow flag. Top 5 as it stands: David Washington, Erica Moe, and that 8 car are able to capitalize and gain 2nd position. Ryan Borges in the 32, Roscoe Crittenden in 4th, and Greg Webb in that 54 Monster in 5th position. What a race it's been. We are on lap 58. And I don't know if we're going to get back to green, if we'll have a green-white checkered or just what, but it may be David Washington securing the race lead. Typically, you don't want to see a guy win off of a caution. And we'll have to see how Race Control plays out with this, because they're going to have, we got 2 laps to go to conclude the 60-lap race, and I don't know if Race Control is going to extend the laps to give the lead, to try to bring out a green flag to make it a competitive end, because Erica Moe is going to be right there on David Washington. But David Washington all night long, folks, putting on a clinic in this late model series. He had almost a quarter lap lead earlier, was lapping some cars. Pivotal caution come out, brought some guys back up to him, and he fell a few laps back, or a few cars positions back. I think the lowest he dipped was about 6th place. And then just kind of climbed back from there to get back into the 1st place slot. So as they come around, there goes the 99 of Hurlburt. I don't know if that's just giving him an extra lap, but he's not going to be back on the lead lap. We started this race with 14 cars, folks, and only 8 remain on the lead lap. But right now, David Washington in that 000 is your race leader. We'll have to see here. Just trying to get an update here for you folks on Race Control, what they're going to do. If we're going to get another green, back green for at least a green-white checker, or if they're going to conclude this race here when they cross the start-finish line. It'll be on lap 60. So I do still see the lights on the pace car out. Checking here with Race Control and the producer. I'm not sure This, again, folks, is the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Championship Series race. A little bit done, possibly a little bit differently than we do in the All-Pro Racing Series, so I'm just trying to get an update here for you, and I do apologize for the delay on that. But they are on lap 60 now with the 000 leading, so if they do decide to conclude this race, David Washington will escape with tonight's victory and become the victor, I believe, of the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Series. They're heading into turn 3 here, getting ready to go into turn 4. You see that beautiful Mustang iRacing pace car just leading them around. And I think I'm getting the sign that says, yes, it is concluded. So it looks like David Washington is going to conclude here tonight as the Milwaukee Mile champion here, winning this race and winning the series. So yes, I apologize for the delay here, folks. Pace car brings them around the lap. So let's give you a quick top 10 rundown, or top 8, because we still have that on the lead lap. David Washington in first, Eric Amo in 8. That number 8 in second. You got the 32 of Ryan Borges, 01 of Roscoe Crittenden, 54 of Greg Webb rounds out the top 5. You got TJ Graves, Billy Wise, John Hedrick, and Nathan Hurlbert, who is a lap down. So everybody giving Mr. Washington a congratulatory bump there as he makes his way around. This concludes a 5-race series, late model series in the Loose Lug Nuts Racing Series, folks. I want to thank you for tuning in here to the All Pro Broadcast Network. I'm Dustin Caldwell. On camera says Michael D'Amico. Give a shout out to our sponsors. This is Loose Lug Nuts Racing. We have Apache Graphics Race Designs, Over the Top Painting. John Hedrick himself putting on this race series. And also Michelangelo's Painting. If you're in the Mesa, Arizona, you're looking for some good paints, check that out. And that's Michael D'Amico, our camera guy, there for you. But this is the All Pro Broadcast Network. We're gonna take a quick commercial break here, folks, and when we come back, we'll have some driver interviews and definitely get some words from David Washington, as he is the series champion. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in here this Friday evening to the concluding race of the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Series here at the Milwaukee Mile. We're going to go live to the third place victor here tonight. He was moving through the field quite a bit, put on a clinic. He was one lap down at least at one point, able to get the lucky dog, move through the field, got involved in another caution, but still able to climb away with third place here tonight. Ryan Borges, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
So, amazing turn of events for you this evening, and you definitely clawed your way to the front time after time. And how do you feel to escape tonight in third place?
It's a decent finish. I mean, it's not what I wanted. I wanted to come in here and win or help TJ get the win in the championship in this 5-race series, but third's not too bad considering all that took place in the race. I guess, yeah, I'd already talked to you guys under one of the cautions. I had to come up and down through the field multiple times after getting in different incidents, and it just escalated from there. Each time I would come through the field, I'd just get caught in something, and it was just bad luck. But it's just the fastest car doesn't always win a race, and I definitely felt like I had a great car, so that's positive. But I just wasn't able to get the win. But it was a solid finish, and congrats to David on the win. That was a good race put on by him.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to while we got you?
I just again, TJ, I know he's probably disappointed because he got involved in a wreck right there. He's a good friend of mine on here. We work together a lot. I got to thank him again. I also got to thank sponsors of mine. I got to thank Racer Boost, the Extreme Racing Series, which is taking place tonight. That's a Southeastern Legends series in real life. Jerky XP, Molecule Motorsports, and Lundgren Honda, all for supporting me. And I just, everyone go check out my Facebook page for go-kart racing and also for iRacing. It's Ryan Borges Racing on Facebook. And then also, again, thank you guys for broadcasting this race. It's always exciting to watch iRacing broadcasts over again. It's a good perspective. So thank you guys at All Pro.
Yeah, not a problem, buddy. And it was a pleasure watching you race. Definitely some good racing out of you tonight, and excellent racecraft, and be able to come from a lap down and claw your way back, still get another caution, and come out third. You definitely had the fast car tonight, I believe, and fortunately you didn't get the win, but I think you should be satisfied there with third place.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Alrighty. So that's Ryan Borges there, folks. What a race job he did this evening. We are going to take a quick jump over here. I think we're going to have to switch to another radio and get Erica Moe, who may be down there.
Buddy.
Yeah, 10-4 distance.
Well, you ended up finishing second here. You qualified fourth, was able to climb 2 spots overall second. How do you feel about where you stand tonight?
Pretty good. Was hoping for top 10, so it's pretty good tonight.
Definitely. I mean, qualifying fourth and climbing 2 spots is always good, buddy. Anybody you want to give a shout out? Any sponsors? Anybody you want to give a shout out to this evening?
Nobody in particular, but just the league, great league to race. So coming from here, so hope to do well next race.
All right, buddy. Definitely, and pleasure watching you race this evening. And best of luck to you in the future, Eric.
All right, thanks a lot, buddy.
All right, a man of simple words, but definitely elegant racing put on here tonight. He was able to gain 2 spots for it and claim the victory. But the man we're going to go to now is that 000 car of Mr. David Washington, the guy who was a quarter lap ahead of everybody coming into lap traffic. What a move. I believe it was lap 53, 54, David. You put on a heck of a move there over TJ to take the race lead. How do you feel about just the race before we talk about the series?
Yeah, I thought the race was going good when it first started there, and just was going to ride and let Ryan there get out there to a comfy lead to where he felt comfortable and had no pressure, and just try to reel him in and hope it stayed green. That's all.
Yeah, definitely, and it was amazing to see you come back from time to time again. I think I saw you fall to maybe 6th position, but you were able to come back and not only secure the series victory here tonight, but also take the victory here in Milwaukee. But it was a 5-race series, and I apologize I didn't get to see much beforehand, before tonight's broadcast, but did you feel like it was a comfortable series for you? Did you have to battle for some of these races? But how was it for you coming into tonight, and then the feeling afterwards when you took home the victory?
Pretty much Corey, he's pretty good every week, and Ryan, when he shows up, he's good. He's always got his car on point. TJ's good too. He needs a little bit more time on his setups, and I need to stop making the 5-minute setups, and I'll probably be a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you look like you had a good car running here tonight. I mean, you got out to a quarter lap ahead of everybody, so you put a great driver behind a great car. Those two combos, definitely produces wins, and it shows off here tonight, both in the series and in the race itself. Anybody you want to give a shout out to here tonight? Anybody you want to thank for this victory?
Yeah, I thank my teammates there from Last Place Motorsports. Got James. TJ's actually one of my team people, but he wanted to run against me tonight because he wanted to get that win. But that's cool. Dylan Jones and all the rest of them, they keep me in shape and keep me going on track.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, congratulations to you taking home the Loose Lug Nuts Late Model Series victory and on your victory here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile.
Thank you, guys.
All right, folks, that's going to conclude the race here tonight. We want to thank you for tuning in here on this Friday evening for some good championship short track late model racing. Also want to thank John Hedrick there, Mr. Loose Lug Nuts, for putting on this series and allowing us to broadcast it. As always, we love to do that. He does a lot of great stuff for the All Pro Series. He's John Over the Top Designs and Paints. Once again, check him out on Facebook. That's Over the Top Designs and Paints. And you can also find him on Trading Paints if you're an iRacer for some great paint schemes. You've seen him here tonight. A guy had a bunch of them on the field, so you definitely want to check that out. And also want to thank Apache Graphics and Race Designs for all they do. Ed Whittington does an excellent job putting together the All Pro website. You can check him out on Facebook and on Trading Paints, Apache Graphics and Race Designs. If you are interested in anything that we do over here at the All Pro or Loose Lug Nuts is a partner of ours, so we do have links to their races series as well. You can find that on our website at www.all-pro-racing.com or check us out on Facebook at www.facebook/allproracing. Want to give a shout out to everybody who's tuning into the Twitch channel broadcast tonight. I know we broadcasted on Twitch and on YouTube as well as other places on the internet, so I always want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching across the web. We love you here on the All Pro Broadcast Network, and without viewers, you guys, we wouldn't have a broadcast audience to broadcast to as well. So I want to thank everybody out there in the World Wide Web for tuning in. But as always, I'm Dustin Caldwell. On cameras is Michael D'Amico. I want to thank you for tuning in to the All Pro Broadcast Network, folks. I believe we'll be back live Monday for the start of a Gen 6 Series Super Speedway Series race, and I think it's going to kick off at Daytona, so stay tuned. Tune in Monday night for that, folks. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. Check out our website. Check out our Facebook for more information. But as always, folks, we love you tuning in. Have a good evening and good night.
Nick Candy, what a move. Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner.